You were expecting a raid build, but instead you got 5. This is going to be the best of 5 support Pokemon updated because we do now have DLC Pokemon. Now, I know there's only 4 Pokemon on screen and these aren't going to be in the top 5, but they have very strong support, so could take them for as an honorable mention kind of thing. Let me go over them real quick. I'm going to actually do a raid with all top 5 supports to show you as well. This one's going to be Chansey with the Eviolite, very strong Pokemon, except for against physical attackers it does struggle because it has really low defense, but it has insanely high HP and insanely high special defense. The ability Healer, it has moves like Life Dew, Screens, Helping Hand. It's just a great Pokemon in general. I won't go over it too much. We have a Toxapex, which is obviously a great Pokemon, great shiny, great everything. Honestly, it was hard to leave this one out. This should have took the number 5 spot, but number 5 spot is just so fun and can dish out so much damage for other Pokemon that I left Toxapex out, and it really hurt to do that. So this is going to be the best Pokemon outside of the top 5, I would say. Toxapex with the Water-type Terra. Terra doesn't even matter on supports, really, in most scenarios. Leftovers, max EVs in HP and special defense, the Merciless ability, and then Acid Spray and Chilling Water, both amazing moves. Recover, Rain Dance. You could probably come up with better movesets. These are just what movesets I had. I'm not changing these ones. They're not really a part of the video except for being honorable mentions. Next one, a Pokemon that a lot of people use, Umbreon. These are great, again, for supporting. Leftovers, max EVs, HP, and special defense. Synchronize, where if we get a status condition, so do they. Snarl, Fake Tears, Helping Hand, Light Screen. A lot of supportive moves on this Pokemon. And then finally, Grimmsnarl. This was also pretty hard to leave out because this was actually the first ever shiny I shiny hunted on the game, and I turned it straight into a support because it was so good. Max EVs in defense and special defense, and then Prankster, where we always go first if we're using a status move. Light Screen, Reflect, Spirit Break is actually an amazing move. One of the best moves out there, really. 75 power, lowers special attack, insane. Then we had Brick Break, because I think at the time I was using it for a 7-star raid that brought up screens. Either that or I just put it on there to break screens just in general, because screens can be pretty annoying now that the other DLC Pokemon have come out. So then for honorable mentions, let's move on to number 5 though, a Pokemon that I think is better than all 4 of these. Also for suspense reasons, I'm only going to put 1 in the party at a time, so it's like a nice little countdown. This is going to be number 5, Oranguru. Now, it was a big choice putting Oranguru in this top 5, but because it's a certain move that you probably know already, it's just too broken not to actually put in the top 5. So it's going to be, obviously Terra doesn't really matter, but Psychic type Terra, held item Leftovers to restore health. Not to restore health, the more damage we deal, that's Shell Bell. To restore health at the end of every turn, which you can get from the Cascraft at Delibird Shop. Max EVs in HP and defense. And then we've gone with the Impish nature, which is up in special defense and down in attack. I think that's, is that the Calm or the Impish? Whichever one is up in special defense and down in attack anyway. So our special defense and defense are pretty equal. You can go with the Bold nature if you want, which is basically just more defense and special defense. We've gone with the Inner Focus ability, which means we can't flinch. This move is broken. The user instructs the target to reuse the move last used by the target. So if your teammate uses a move, if you use this move on your teammate, that teammate will use the move again in the same turn. So let's say you have an Iron Hand, not an Iron Hands, get out of here, Iron Hands. Annihilate, for example. Annihilate uses Rage Fist, it does a ton of damage. You use Instruct on Annihilate, and then it will use Rage Fist again and do a ton of damage. Skill swap. You know, our ability isn't the best, and if the opposing Pokemon has a really strong ability, let's say Moxie, Defiant, just all these different moves, we can just swap it with ours and just take their ability so they can't use it. Reflect and Light Screen, the 2 screens increases the actual, well, it reduces damage from physical moves, and Light Screen reduces damage from special moves, so we're covered on both sides, and then we have a really strong move here. So for the actual, like, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to go in raids with people I can communicate with or no. That doesn't really prove too much how strong the actual Pokemon are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the raids with strangers, because if you're supporting, I would imagine quite a few of you that do support. Wait, did it reset? I don't think it did. Do we have a raid? Let's search for one. But yeah, oh yeah, there's one. So I would imagine that most of you who do support go in random raids just to farm items and stuff, and you just support people that you can't really communicate with, but you want to get the job done, and that's what this video is going to be. Okay, the first one's going to be a 6-star Ice-type Mamoswine. Mamoswine can actually flinch us, so I guess it's perfect. Challenge as a group, let anyone join. I'm making sure I'm connected to the internet. How many times I've done that, I can't even tell you. We will be back when we have a full team. We'll go over the team, and then we'll start. So it looks like we have 2 Iron Hands and then someone with a Raging Bolt called Merry Christmas, who it looks like is waiting till Christmas to ready up. I'm joking. That was a joke. I'm joking. I do not mean it. He has a Charizard. Okay. Earthquake. Bulldoze won't affect the Charizard at least. It will be pretty painful on the Iron Hands though, so we'll have to use Reflect on this one. Let's begin, see how it goes. I find it funny how I said, wait, never mind on Iron Hands, like when I was using Instruct as an example, and 2 of them showed up. No Annihilate whatsoever. That's hilarious. Okay, so we have some shinies. Awesome. Snowscape. Okay, that is a bit painful, because it will have 50% increased defenses. So what we're going to do is we are going to use Reflect first. Icicle Crash. That will... It shouldn't do a lot of damage, actually. Let's see. See how much damage it's done, because it did attack first with it. Gonna put the Reflect up. Okay. So it looks like Belly Drum, Iron Hands. So what we're going to do is Instruct on the one that's on low health, because that's the one that's used Belly Drum. Wait, it used Belly Drum again? Wait, what? No, sorry, I thought... Wait, no, it did use Belly Drum again. Oh, no, it switched to Drain Punch. My game's kind of freaking out. You probably didn't see that because the cameras were there, but it said Belly Drum on the same one, and then it just switched to Drain Punch. It was crazy. Oh, it's because I used Instruct first. Yep, no, never mind. Never mind. I understand now. But either way, we have the Mamoswine putting its shield up already. I'm going to try and get the same Iron Hands to use its attacks over and over and over again until it gets the Terrestrialize, because after this turn, it should get the Terrestrialize very quickly. Okay, everyone's growling at each other. We're having a Pokemon screeching contest over here. I don't know what's going on. Nothing's happening. Can we have some movement, please? There we go. So I'm going to use Instruct on that one with the longer names. I couldn't say that name if I tried. Like, I don't really speak that language, but we're going to use it on that Iron Hands. Instruct, there we go. It's going to use Drain Punch again, and then it's going to use Drain Punch of its own, and it should have Terrestrialize now. I can't remember if Mamoswine actually used Nullify or not. Okay, we should have probably waited till it Terrestrialized. That's my bad. But you kind of have to like time the Instruct pretty well, because if you use Instruct before a Pokemon Terrestrializes like I just did, and it attacks like that, and then it Terrestrializes, then you've lost a lot of damage there, because if you used it after it Terrestrializes in the same turn, then you will have a lot more damage, of course. Okay, it's Terrestrialized, and it's going to use Drain Punch. Let's see how much damage this does. It's done a lot of damage. Okay, that's very nice. The Snowscape is going to go down soon. We're going to use Instruct again on the same Iron Hands, and then it's going to use a Drain Punch again, and that will break the shield. There we go. So as you can see, this is just ridiculously overpowered, and it does so much damage because of Instruct. The shield breaks. Mamoswine is... well, your time is coming. I'm going to use Instruct on the same Iron Hands. What I like to do is I like to just pick one person to actually use it on all raid. Oh, our Charizard went down. Not a perfect raid, but oh well. But yeah, I like to pick one person to use the Instruct on, because that means that they get the Terrestrialize like pretty much twice as quick, and also they do twice as much damage. It's just a good way to go about it, in my opinion. Okay, Icicle Crash, it's fine. And as you can see, we are taking a lot of damage here. Well, not a lot of damage, but we are taking a lot of hits. I've not put the Reflect back up, we don't really need it. I'll just use Instruct on the Iron Hands, and it can use Drain Punch to finish things off. And boom, the Mamoswine's down. We had half the time remaining with a Charizard. I mean, with a KO on our team on the Charizard. So it went by very quickly. I highly recommend picking this Pokemon up. If you can communicate with people as well, honestly, it's just twice as good. Because say if you've got a teammate that uses Swords Dance, instruct 2 Swords Dance, and then you can like kind of say when you're going to use certain moves, and it's honestly just so good. This Pokemon is amazing. Unfortunately, it is exclusive to, I think this one's exclusive to Scarlet. I don't think this one's the Violet one. I have both in my boxes, so I get mixed up with which one's which. Ability Patch and a Spicy Herba Mystica and an Ability Capsule. I can't complain at that. Now, I did confuse myself at the start of that raid, as you can tell, but I highly recommend you don't do that. But you probably saw this Pokemon is an absolute monster. It can speed up raids and help out teams so much that it's actually crazy. What it does is it gets your Terra twice as quick, you do twice as much damage, it has screens, it has skill swaps, get rid of annoying abilities. You don't really get much better. Let me know if you have used this and how good you think it is. I would love to know, and I would love to know all the Pokemon that you're using if it's not on this list. But wait to the end, because you might see a Pokemon that you use a lot for support on the list. Let's go into number 4. Okay, number 4 is going to be a Alolan Ninetales. I can't leave this out of the list because look at that shiny, it's beautiful. That's not the only reason, of course. But this Pokemon is incredible in raids. Ice-type Terra we've gone with. It doesn't matter too much what Terra you go with, you're not going to be doing much damage. But if you do want to terrestrialize with this Pokemon, then go Fairy-type Terra, not Ice-type Terra. We have the held item Leftovers to restore health at the end of each turn, max IVs and HP. Now this one was an interesting one. I decided to go half special defense and half defense, and then go with the bold nature, because it gets it around the same. There's not too much difference, 29 difference between the defense and special defense there. Now, one of the main reasons why I think this Pokemon is amazing, aside from its high defenses, of course, is going to be its ability. Now, Snow Warning, it brings snow into the battle. Now, as soon as you bring snow into the battle, we have Aurora Veil. It increases the defense's special defense for 5 turns. That means at the very start of the raid, everyone gets a chance to set up. They will barely take any damage. Now, the raid is usually over by the end of Aurora Veil. If it's not, well, with 4 people in anyway that are communicating well and doing a lot of damage. If it's not, we have Snowscape that will put the actual snow back up and increase your defense this time by 50%. So, and then you would reactivate the Aurora Veil. If there's a Pokemon on their team with moves that can lower stats on your team, Crunch, for example, let's say, I'm trying to think of a few moves here, Shadow Ball, Liquidation, stuff like that, then none of your stats can be lowered with the Mist Up. And then we have Moonblast. It's an attacking move, and when we attack, 30% chance to lower special attack, so that's a really nice move there. Does a tiny bit of damage, not too much, especially when the shield's up. But you can do a little damage, and you can support a lot. It's going to be great. Let's go find a raid. Okay, next raid's going to be a 6-star Electric-type Kingdra. Very interesting one there. We're going to challenge as a group, let anyone join, and I shall see you in a second. Okay, some interesting choices. We have a Zacian, and then we have 2 Blood of the Moon Ursalunas. Let's begin and see how it goes. Never seen 2 of these in a raid before. This should be an interesting one, but they do take a lot of damage from water moves. That's our job, to keep them alive. Okay, so the Snow Warning comes in. Zacian's ability activates. Kingdra uses Focus Energy. That Focus Energy Sniper is going to be rough. Aurora Veil, quick. Oh, Pokemon, I see you. Oh, both of them, actually. That's crazy. Okay, so we do get hit with a Flash Cannon. It's not done too much damage. That's great. We get some health back with Leftovers. We have used Aurora Veil. I didn't see us use it, but we did use it. Now what we're going to do is we are going... Oh, wait. Remove negative effects from itself. That's fine. We're going to need to heal up, aren't we? We are... Oh, wait. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to heal up. The raid's nearly over, apparently. I looked up and it was nearly over. I'm guessing Kingdra would have took at least one of them Pokemon out. One of the Blood Moon Ursalunas. If we didn't use Aurora Veil, because they're both nearly been taken out. Okay, we just need a little bit more. It should be pretty straightforward. Rain Dance comes in. Okay, Rain Dance. That's not very nice. Instead of, like, we can take a couple of downs, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Snowscape, Draco Meteor. Okay, that's fine. The Pokemon's going to go down soon anyway. This could be one of the fastest raids in the history of raids that aren't a one-shot. There we go, it's over. and we have like 85% of the time remaining. Honestly, that baffled me, that raid. That was so quick. I was kind of curious how the raid was going to go with the 2 Blood Moon as Lunas, because they were strong against the Pokemon, but they were also weak against Pokemon. But we got there in the end. I say in the end, in the start. That was a great raid. Didn't really have a chance to show Alolan Ninetales off too much. But rules are rules. You only get one raid on each Pokemon, unfortunately. Okay, we get a bit of herba mystica. That's amazing. The big question is, can we get 5 Mystica from 5 raids? I guess we'll find out. But yeah, highly recommend if you have access to Alolan Ninetales to get it and build this. It's honestly, it's so good. Like, it's so good, like, just for raids in general. The Aurora Veil is a game changer. And obviously you have the Mist, the Snow Skate, the Moonblast, all great moves to support your teammates. And you've got the heal cheers, of course, whether you want to increase damage, increase health, or increase defense. Completely up to you. So let's move into number 3. Number 3, Alcremie. It had to be on the list. You knew it, I knew it, everybody knew it. Alcremie has to be on this list. There's no way Alcremie doesn't go on the list. And it's actually in number 3, though. Not quite in number 1 or 2. Now, Alcremie is an amazing Pokemon. It's the Pokemon that you're probably going to be using the most if you want to increase the damage of your teammates. We have a Fairy-type Terra, the held item leftovers to restore health at the end of every turn, max EVs in HP and defense, the Bold Nature to increase our defense even more and reduce the attack, because our special defense is huge. We have the Sweet Veil ability, prevents Pokemon from falling asleep. We have Misty Terrain to stop every other status condition, and half damage from dragon types, if they are a dragon type, I guess. Light Screen to increase the defenses of special moves. Charm to lower attack, so we have both attacking, like both physical attacks and special attacks sorted. And then Decorate, the main move of Alcremie. It raises the attack and special attack of 2 stages each, so essentially you get 4 stat boosts in the same turn. If there's a stored power build user on your team, this is amazing. Even just in general, it's amazing. One of the best moves on the game by far, in terms of supporting, of course. I guess let's go to our next guide. Let's go to our next raid. As you can see, it is very snowy, but we finally made it. Some pyro in the back over there. What we're going to do is we're going to let anyone join. It's going to be a 6-star electric type Mabostiff. It is framing a bit with the snow on this mountain. It's crazy. Anyway, I'll be back when we have 3 teammates. Okay, some very interesting choices here. Batcalibur and Skeledirge are a bit questionable. We do have a Groudon, which we are going to be using Decorate on for sure. Let's just get straight into the raid. Let's begin. Oh my god, them goggles are amazing. I need them right now in my life. I need to know where to get them. Right after this video, I'm Googling where to get them googly goggles. Wait, yeah. That was a strange sentence. Drought, sun's coming up. Okay. We're going to use Decorate here. Excuse me. And we're going to use it on Groudon. Outrage. Interesting. Doesn't affect me. So there's the Decorate to increase the attack and special attack of Groudon. Groudon is actually on +4 turn 1 because it uses Source Dance, which is amazing. It uses Earthquake and... oh, Steel's Terror. I'm going to use Decorate on the Groudon yet again, because it, you know, Decorate is just amazing. And you can use it even though the shield's up, because it's not actually attacking them, it's attacking your teammates. In a nice way, of course. Okay, Groudon turn 2 is on max attack, and it's doing a lot of damage to the Mabostiff, of course. So the shield does go up, but it shouldn't be a problem. Torchong, okay, I'm going to use a heal cheer because I don't want Batcalibur to go down. I want a perfect raid this time. I don't want anyone going down, and not on my watch, but even though I'm not really wearing a watch, but you know what I mean. Look at Alcremie, look so tiny. Little tiny Alcremie. Let me know which Alcremie is your favourite from all the versions. I don't know which one I pick. Oh, we get crit. Earthquake hits again. Did it nullify? I wasn't paying attention. I was talking about Alcremie and nobody going down. It removes negative effects. That's not nullifying though. Is Groudon still on +6? It is. Okay, I'm going to use an attack cheer to increase the damage on our team. Honestly, Decorate with attack cheers and a strong teammate is kind of crazy. Like, the amount of damage you do is nuts. Excalibur used Earthquake. By any chance is Excalibur a ground type terror? That would be crazy. I have got an electric type Excalibur on the channel, so it won't be out of the question. Okay, let's see how much damage that does. Look at so much damage, even though Terrestrialize wasn't. Oh, it's used Taunt on us, so we kind of have to heal here. But Groudon's going to finish the raid off next turn anyway. So the shield has broken. The Pokemon has Terrestrialized the Skeledirge. We get nullified. I'm just going to heal up because Excalibur is not going to. I refuse. I absolutely refuse for anyone to go down. This will be a perfect raid for the creamy boy. Okay, looks like Groudon didn't even need to Terrestrialize. Looks like Mabo Stiff just wasn't worth it. But we got it very good in the end. We finished the raid really fast. I think, what, about 70% of the time remaining? No one went down. We kept everyone alive. We managed to get the Groudon on, you know, get him doing the increased damage. Beautiful. Alcremie is definitely one of them. If you don't have this already, then you need to get this like right now if you like supporting. And if you've made it this far in the video, I assume you do like supporting. We don't get another herba mystica. We was going for 5 on 5, but we do get an ability patch, which is still amazing. But yeah, that's going to be number 3 in Alcremie. And what could be better than Alcremie, you say? And that is actually a Pokemon. Number 2 is actually my favorite Pokemon to use supporting wise. Honestly, like, I wish it was number 1, but it just isn't. Let's get straight into number 2. Okay, so number 2 is going to be Armorogue. I know you might be thinking, that's kind of a strange choice for a support in number 2. Second best support on the game. I personally think it is actually the second best support. And between second and third, I don't think it's even close. So we have the Fire-type Terra, because this is the only Pokemon on this list that will do damage. So we have the Fire-type Terra. Make sure you have the Fire-type Terra, because you'll actually be able to help out your team if you use this as well. We have the held item. Well, you help out your team in general, of course, but I mean attacking wise as well. We have the held item leftovers to restore health at the end of every turn. Max EVs in defense and special defense. That takes them both to just short of 300, and you won the calm nature, which is up in special defense, down in attack. The ability of Flash Fire. If we're hit by a fire type move, we absorb the flames and use it to power up our own fire type moves, and they become stronger. We have a Mystical Fire, one of the best moves on the game in my opinion, with 75 power, 100 accuracy, lowest special attack, so that special attack is covered. We have Lava Plume, 80 power, 100 accuracy, and this has a 30% chance to leave the target with a burn, so they'll do considerably less damage. Physical attack is covered. Before the shield goes up, we will use Will-O-Wisp to get the burn. After the shield goes up, we will use Lava Plume to get the burn, and Mystical Fire if they're special attackers. And then we have Acid Spray to lower special defense of our target, so our team will, and us, will do a ton of damage. And as you can see, even without EVs, even without a good nature, our special attack is 286, so that's quite high. Now, this Pokemon will do a lot of damage if you are in, say, Steel, Ice, Grass, Bug. Is that it? That's 4 types that Fire super effective against. I think that's it. So if you are in them, you'll do a lot more damage, of course, but I wouldn't go out of my way to do them. We are here to support, not to do all the damage in the raid. So we're going to be doing a Flying type 6-star Yanmega challenge as a group. I'll let anyone join, and we will be back when we have a full team. Okay, this is really good. We have 2 special attackers and 2 very strong ones at that. We have Magnezone, Iron Hands, and Miraidon. Let's begin. This should go pretty fast. I imagine Magnezone and Miraidon both have the Metal Sound. So if they both hit their Metal Sounds turn 1 and we hit our Acid Spray, then it should go to -6 turn 1. I'm assuming that they are going to use Metal Sound here. Normally, I would use one of the attacking moves. Not one of the attacking moves. Against special attackers, I would normally use Mystical Fire first to lower special attack, and just to be safe. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Acid Spray. If we don't flinch, that is. If we flinch, we can't do that. Oh, it's just going straight with the Electro Drift. So, luckily, our special defense drop hit first, just before the Pokemon attack. And hopefully the Yanmega doesn't get boost from Ancient Power. It's just used it twice. Oh, it set off twice. It used it twice in a row. I'm going to start to use Mystical Fire here. I'm not going to keep using Acid Spray. I thought that was a turn 1 thing. I thought everyone was going to try and lower its special defense and go for a load of damage turn 2. So we're going to start using the Mystical Fire, dropping that special attack. Doing a load more damage. There we go. Magnezone, I've not seen Magnezone actually attack yet, which is strange. We lowered the special attack. Miraidon's just about to pass out from health loss, so it removes negative effects from itself. Okay, that's painful. I was hoping it didn't do that because I wanted to heal. But we're gonna heal anyway and just pray for a high heal. High heal. But let's see how much health we get back from this. So we get a small heal, but it's going to be enough to keep Miraidon alive. The plan is, I've not seen the other two Pokemon actually attack yet, which is crazy. So I'm going to heal again as fast as I can, just so Miraidon doesn't go down. If the other two people are AFK, seeing as though they're not taking damage there, and they're not attacking either, I think it's just a 2v1. And I just want it to do as much damage as possible, so I'm just going to use up all my heals as soon as I can, because I don't want it going down. Okay, we get hit with an Air Slash, that's fine. Let's see how much damage this Miraidon can do. Oh, the Magnezone's finally back. It's finally here. But it was basically me and, what's he called? Miraidon against the Yanmega. I don't know why they just went. It's like they both went to the toilet at the same time, because they didn't think the raid was going to start or something. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit it with a Mystical Fire. Raid's pretty much over. There we go, there's the Mystical Fire. Oh, critical hit, love that. Drop that special attack, and then Miraidon can finish that off. Or Magnezone, doesn't really matter which one. Try attack, that's an interesting choice, considering it probably has electric type moves. It uses Air Slash. Miraidon's not attacking now. What is going on? Oh, there we go, Miraidon Electro Drift. So, which one? So I use Mystical Fire, drop that special attack again. Electro Drift finishes off the raid. That was a strange raid. But as you can see, the Acid Spray makes our team do a ton of damage, and then you have the two moves to lower special attack and the burn to lower physical attack. This Pokemon is just great all round, and it's my favorite support Pokemon because you don't really see it as a support because it's such a strong attacker, but it's not the best support Pokemon. In my opinion, anyway. There's one that is better than it. What do we get? Oh, better Herba Mystica. So that third raid, the Mabostiff, is going to ruin it all. Unless we get 2 Herba Mystica from the last one. But it won't be the same if we do get 2 Herba Mystica from the last one, because I kind of want it to be 1 per raid. But big sad. Can you guess in the comments what number 1's going to be? If you don't know yet, just take a random guess. Because this Pokemon is honestly incredible. It's basically like a better version of Chansey with... I don't know who has more special defense. I'm assuming this Pokemon has more special defense and it doesn't get taken out like in one shot almost by physical attacks. Let's move on to number 1. If you guessed it, congratulations. We have a Hisuian Goodra. Now, Hisuian Goodra is a very, very strong Pokemon. It's got very high total stats, great defenses. It can attack. We won't be attacking and doing damage. That's why we just have a Ghost-type Terror, because it doesn't really matter what Terror you are, because we won't be Terrestrializing. We have the Held item of Leftovers to restore health at the end of each turn. Max EVs in HP and defense, the Bold Nature to increase that defense even more, which brings it around the same as our special defense. So, as you can see, very high. Ability Shell Armor, we can't be crit. That means there's no surprise takeouts for us. We have Life Dew, so we get infinite heals on our team. We can use that as much as we want. Tearful Look to lower attack and special attack on our target. That's great before the shield goes up. Acid Spray to lower special defense, and Dragon Cheer to increase the chances of our teammates critting. It gets increased by 1 stage if they are not a dragon type. If they are a dragon type, it will increase the critical hit ratio by 2 stages. So it's a very strong move, especially when you have dragon types. Even if they're dual dragon types, it still works. So, we're going to get straight into a raid. I genuinely think this is the best support on the entire game. Basically a better version of Chansey, in my opinion. Because it can heal, it can lower attack, special attack. It has Acid Spray, unlike Chansey, and it can raise critical hit chance. What more could you want, really? And it can't get crit, so there's no, like, basically no taking it out. Unless the raid goes on forever, of course. Let's go find us a raid so I can show you just how good it is. Okay, so we have a 6-star Ice-type Galarian Slowbro. This could be rough, actually. We'll see. Let's just challenge as a group, let anyone join, and we'll be back as soon as we have 4 people. I abandoned the raid. Everyone went physical attacker. I refuse. I need 1 special attacker at least. Don't do this to me. Oh, no, not link code. I'm malfunctioning, guys. Everyone went physical attacker, and my brain does not compute. So I guess we'll be back again when we have 4 members that aren't all Iron Hands. No, it happened again. That's an amazing team for this raid, but I want to show them. I want to show off the maximum ability of this Hisuian Guja, so you shall get abandoned. Sorry, guys. I am terribly sorry if you are one of those people, but we need to keep searching until we have just one special attacker will do. Okay, we have a special attacker, Iron Crown. I'm pretty sure that's a special attacker. We can begin. So Iron Crown, Ceruledge, and Iron Hands. Let's begin, see how it goes. I'm not gonna lie, with the 2 Koraidens and the Iron Hands, this would have been a lot quicker, like, than this raid's gonna be, because we would have been able to Dragon Cheer, get the +2 critical hit ratio. Honestly, it would have been so fast, but I just wanted to use Acid Spray and show off the maximum ability of this Pokemon. So what we're going to do is we are going to use Acid Spray. Iron Crown is going to use Metal Sound. That's great. Ooh, Iron Hands is nearly gone down already. Oh yeah, Zen Headbutt, that's going to do it. That is going to do it. Super effective, right? So Swords Dance, Ceruledge, that's completely okay. I'm guessing it'll go back to full health with the Drain Punch. And I'm guessing Ceruledge doesn't need healing either. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Dragon Cheer. I'm assuming that Ceruledge doesn't need healing because it has Bitter Blade that's super effective against a Slowbro and it just shoots Swords Dance, so one attack will get it back to full health. Oh, it used Sunny Day. Okay. Well, I guess it did need healing, but oh well, that's only 1 down. It uses Zen Headbutt, that's fine. As you can see, we take no damage, literally just no damage. I might actually use Tearful Luck because that Ceruledge was taking a lot of damage. Not sure if it's level 100 or not. Sometimes I do run into some Pokemon that are level 75. Tachyon Cutter, that should have done a ton of damage. Yep, Tachyon Cutter's done a lot of damage there. And the Slowbro put up its shield. What? Am I tripping? Oh, it is level 100. Oh, that's my bad. That's my bad. It did take a lot of damage that first hit, and I don't think it's weak to any moves that Slowbro has, necessarily. What I'm going to do is it on -6? Let me just check real quick. So it's not. It must have removed negative stats, so I'm going to put up Acid Sprays, because Metal Sound cannot be used anymore. So there's 1 Acid Spray. The Ceruledge is using a bit of Blade, then Headbutt, that's fine. I'm going to use 3 Acid Sprays here. Ooh, who's terrestrializing? Is it the Iron Crown? I'm hoping it's the Iron Crown. Nullified, that's fine. Oh, it is. Oh no, it's not. It's not the Iron Crown. The Iron Crown is doing some decent damage though. Should we heal him? Should we just heal him? We'll use a heal. Then we've done everything. We've healed. Except, oh, we didn't Tearful Luck, but oh well. We'll heal everyone. Well, this Pokemon is incredible. It lowers special defense. It can heal. Can lower attack. Can lower special attack. It can make everyone crit like crazy. If you have a lot of dragon types especially. You know what? Just so we've used it. Oh no, the raid's over. Never mind. Well, as you can see, this raid was over very quickly. Boom. Better when you have 3 special attackers on the team. Just goes a lot faster that way. But we got there. Someone went down, and we still had over half the time remaining. That's how fast this raid went. Honestly, everyone. Well, clap for everyone. There we go. And we took down the Galarian Slowbro. Do we get Herba Mystica? Give us 2, and that way we got 5 at least. No, we got Herba. We got Herba Mystica on every single raid except for that 1 damn Mabelstiff. At least we got an ability patch as well, though. But yeah, that's gonna be the honorable mentions and the top 5. Let me know if you would have put anything else in the top 5 and what you would have replaced it with, whether you put any of these 4 in the top 5 instead of, say, a Rangaroo or some of these other Pokemon. I think this is a solid top 5. I think these are genuinely the best 5 on the game. A couple of them are very offensive, like Alcremie and Rangaroo. And Armorogue, honestly, that's personally my favourite. Let me know what your favourite is, and let me know what you think the best on the entire game is. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It did take a little while there, but it was worth it because we haven't done this in a while, and we needed to update the top 5 supports. Smash the like button if you have enjoyed this video. It does go a long way. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any more builds, and I'll catch you on the next one.